I am doing this vid just for you, amigo. This is a private video, but I started to think about the fact that I'm going to try to probably record as much communication as I can between us, because it's going to make good footage one day. I don't know when, but I mean, if I ever get a chance to cut some of these, I'm sure there'll be a lot of data, a lot of information on here that would benefit lots of people in the EOS community, just to sort of hear the rumblings in our conversation. So I have listed us on a few of the websites. Let me back up. EOS Go is kind of a volunteer group of a group of guys and girls that are doing a lot to help this kind of bootstrap process. And EOS Go put together sort of a list of guidelines that they wanted block producers to follow, like things to fill out, things to complete. I've been trying to knock that list off. So some of those things have already been done. I think one of the biggest hurdles I have is a website. If that's something you think you could help me with as far as the framework, I will absolutely fill in the content. And what else? I'm gonna need a pic of you and Brian so I can post. I'm gonna send you a copy of or a link to a Steemit article where they have kind of reviewed the different block producers by a checklist, so you can see that. It has a ton of information or links in there. It's kind of neat. It shows the different how many block producers per geographic area and all that stuff, which is kind of cool. Asia is like 50 or 60. I think US is around 20 or so. There's a lot more listed than there are that have completed the information. So maybe, and I know one for a fact that it's dropped out, which, by the way, the second thing I'm gonna send to you is some a copy pasted a Telegram chat that I had with a previous block producer candidate, Swarm, and they have decided not to run. And he was more than happy to, give me the information that he had, so I'll make sure you get that as well. I'm going to send you a link to EOS Canada's YouTube channel. They've got several good videos that explain in 3 or 4 minutes, 5 minutes, that explain sort of the process. I'd love it if you could swim through some of those and just kind of check it out. And EOS Canada has kind of taken the lead on developing some software that coordinates this launch, because it is a decentralized launch, where they're trying very hard to make sure that everything runs smoothly. So they've been doing these staged launches, and they're still doing them, and I think they will be doing them up until the end. So it's awesome for, I would think, you to be able to jump in there and ask questions and try this out. And I guess you download the software and you have to do the settings. Software itself has lots of settings for you could change the voting rights, you could change the percentage of block producers, you could change a lot of things in the software. So what's important is when we all open and launch, that everybody has the same settings and that we're all on the one chain with the same settings. And that's kind of where they're organizing it. And I would love to be in that group before launch, because I think that'll be pretty key to getting our name out there. No doubt they'll be kind of throwing that stuff out. So, and I really just want to get you involved with that process, because you're brilliant when it comes to that stuff. EOS Moon, building blocks for a bright future. EOSindex.io is a app that lists all of the different apps that are being developed on EOS right now. Pretty cool. Just check it out. It's a lot. There's a lot of activity going on with this project. So the gentleman that I mentioned from the Swarm that's no longer doing this anymore, he had put a list of specs together on the tech, and I'm going to get that to you and see if that all makes sense. And I would encourage you to ask possibly EOS Go or EOS Canada the same question. He's the go-to guy right now. I got to get you with him. So check out some of the information that I just sent you, and let me know when you want to get together. And if you don't need me, I get it. If you want to go straight to him because I'm in the way, but I would love to be involved. You know what would be awesome is if you actually responded to me in a video or in a recording. It doesn't matter if you do it this time. I'm just saying that would be, think about that from a transparency standpoint. Eventually I could take that, some of the data that comes off of those calls, those conversations that we have through voicemail or video.
What's going on, crypto sports fans? Clay Albright here. Thank you for calling. EOS Moon values the individual voice. We want you to be heard. What are your comments about EOS, the ecosystem? Or what are your comments about the price? Who do you want to win for block producer? Why? Where are they located? Share with us your name, where you're from, and let your EOS voice be heard.